Okay, hi, my name's Dana Church, and today I'm going to show you how to decorate a simple pumpkin cake. You know, there's lots of things you can buy and get out there, and there's lots of beautiful pans. I'm a big fan of that. I love cake decorating. But I thought today I would just try to keep it simple so that anybody who had a basic pan and could buy some frosting from the store can make a basic pumpkin cake. So what I did first of all is I started out with just a round cake pan, just a normal round cake pan. I made my cake layer, I baked it, of course cooled it, flipped it out and put it on a plate. So you already have your round sort of pumpkin shape. Sometimes I'll actually freeze the pumpkin cake because it helps spread the frosting a little better than just let it thaw out just a little. And then I took a can of just regular white frosting that you buy from the store that I never really do. Honestly, I usually make my own. But you know, I know some people are rushing about and they really need to come up with something quickly. But one thing I did have to do, I will say this, is there was no orange. And this is supposed to be orange. It's close, but depends on your idea of orange. But I did have to add red and yellow cake coloring in here to make my orange. And of course, we know from school that the primary colors of red and yellow make orange, or you should know that by now. So you mix that together, cream it up, and then what you're going to do obviously is, I usually just start from the top of the cake here, and I put a little bit on the top. See, this actually is pretty smooth frosting. I'm surprised how well it goes on, and it actually tastes good too, so I was worried about the taste. You take your knife and bring it around like this, and then you might want to go back. You're going to go back with a paper towel. Let's pretend this is all iced down here. You can see what I'm doing. And then you might want to go back with a paper towel and clean it up a little bit. That's what I always do. Clean up the edges, work with that more. You didn't use your finger. All right, so let's pretend that's all clean and beautiful right there. And then one thing you can do for the stem that's easy, for me it's easy anyway, you could just use a marshmallow or something simple like that. But it would be white. You would have to take cake coloring and paint it. But I make a fondant. I don't know if you've ever heard of fondant before. There's simple recipes you can use for that. It's almost like Play-Doh for cake. It's fun stuff. It's simple ingredients of corn syrup, Crisco, lard type, and powdered sugar. And you just mix those in certain proportions until it's almost like clay for cake. So then you could take that, add a little green cake coloring to it, mold it, work with it. It's really fun for kids to do this, and they would make it into the shape of a pumpkin stem, have fun with it. You could like get a real pumpkin stem and let them look at it, and then you could just stick it right at the top and let it sit on the plate like this. You could actually still take some of the fondant. It'll actually, if it's dried out, it'll actually loosen back up, and just work with it a little bit. Roll it out. Make yourself a stem, or you know, like the little swirly part on the pumpkin. You could add that if you want, even some little leaves too. I just sort of press it out like this until it turns into a coil. Then I might add it to the top like this. So it looks like it's got a little stem coming off, and then I would work with it a little bit more. I'm rushing with this, but you can work with this and it'll look much better when you're done. You can actually keep molding with it. You maybe add a little leaf up there. And then if you wanted to, you can add all kinds of decorations to it. There's all kinds of stuff you could sprinkle sprinkles on it. And then there's also this cool stuff. It's like a sheet of sugar that's already made for you. And you would just actually go in and pull the sheet of sugar out. And you can actually just cut stuff out of the sheet of sugar and put it on like eyes, nose, mouth, whatever you want to put on, and just put it right on there, and it's edible and everything. So you can just do a lot with that. That's just a basic way to make a quick pumpkin cake, and then you can go from there with that.